In this video, I conquered 100 days of Minecraft Bedrock survival. Join me as we create some of the most insane farms, cementing our dominance over the land. Come along on this incredible journey with me. Day 0. I created the world and found myself on a small island, surrounded by an ocean, a forest, and some plains. Quickly, we rushed to the nearest tree, chopped it down, and made a boat to sail to a nearby village. Along the way, we saw a mushroom biome, an ice biome, and even a villager outpost. After reaching the mainland, feeling hungry from all that rowing, I hunted some sheep for food. In the distance, I spotted a shattered savanna biome. We decided to gather wheat from a village, and while there, we noticed an ocean monument far out to sea. We left the village before getting arrested, taking some sheep with us. We put the sheep in a hole and called it a successful first day, although technically it was day 0, which I don't really understand. Day 1. We woke up to a lovely sunny morning. We fed the sheep and made a wooden pickaxe, and also planted some crops by the ocean. Then we pulled off this amazing hay bale maneuver. After that, we mined some stone and unfortunately committed deforestation. That wrapped up our day. Day 2. Today we took steps to fix our deforestation by planting saplings and getting ready for an adventure. We headed to the nearby shattered savanna, aiming to find iron and hopefully get rich. It turned out to be a big day for us, as we mined our first coal and iron in the world. We also encountered our first zombies, which was a bit scary but exciting. We kept mining, gathering resources from the mountains as we went along. Day 3. We continued mining to amass wealth, stumbled upon this cool cave, gorge, cliff, whatever you want to call it, and wrapped up the mining trip with 1 stack of iron and 1.5 stacks of coal. On the way home, we found a ruined portal and tried to extinguish a forest fire, but there was no use. We gathered some lava and dirt from around the ruined portal and made it back home, where we placed a bell that we had found in a chest. Additionally, we planted some more sugarcane and collected a lot of dirt to build the iron farm. Day 4 to 6. We gathered resources to prepare for building the iron farm, which involved a lot of collecting dirt and leaves. It wasn't the most exciting task. Day 7. We began constructing the frame of the iron farm. As night fell, a creeper nearly caught us off guard while we slept, so we decided it would be safer to continue working through the night. Day 8 to 9. We finished building the iron farm structure, then dug out the floor and replaced it with leaves. We sheared our sheep for wool because they looked a bit messy, and after that we cut down some more trees. We met a wandering trader, which we traded with him for leads, which we needed to get the villagers. We had to remove these aggressive llamas, but after that we gathered more leaves and built a place for the villagers to live in. Day 10. We gathered more leaves and completed the floor of the iron farm. Additionally, we finished constructing the villager pod. Then we went to the village and recruited 2 willing volunteers. They work for me now. Day 11. We brought the villagers to the iron farm, but they were quite stubborn. After getting them settled into their new home, they immediately helped themselves to all of my bread. Then I noticed the baby villagers kept disappearing. Turns out there was a hole in the floor, and they kept falling into it. After rescuing them, they started causing trouble by running away, but we managed to catch them in boats to prevent any further escapes. Day 12. We got the villagers back under control and kept them fed with bread. To replenish our own bread supply, we tilled some soil and planted some wheat. We also set up a sugarcane farm and planted potatoes while waiting for the villagers to multiply. Next, we expanded the cow and sheep pens. After that, I retrieved some lava from the ruined portal, dug out an area under the iron farm, and built a cobblestone generator for passive iron and cobblestone production. With everything set, it was time to call it a night. Day 13. Not much happened today. We bred the cows and sheep while waiting for the villagers to grow up and ensure the iron farm is functional. To prevent another creeper incident, we lit up the area. Then we resumed deforesting, but we made sure to replant saplings around the iron farm for decoration. While working, I kept hearing zombie noises, so I dug down to investigate, but didn't find anything. I covered the hole, hoping not to fall in it later. Back on the surface, I noticed a nitwit in the iron farm, which meant it wouldn't produce any iron golems, so I took care of him and called it a day. Day 14 to 17. I spent some time AFK, mining cobblestone, hoping that the villagers would grow up and the iron farm would kick into action. Day 18. I checked on the iron farm and noticed one villager wasn't doing its job. Then I heard zombies and found 2 iron golems in the kill chamber. I realized the lava was placed too high so the golems weren't getting killed. After fixing the lava, I accidentally burnt the leaf floor below the farm while trying to fix it. The iron golems attacked me and I was murdered. Luckily, in Bedrock Edition, you can respawn, so I did. I corrected the lava placement, ensuring the iron farm worked properly, and replaced the burnt floor. With the new iron, I crafted some shiny iron armor. Day 19 to 21. I let myself AFK at the cobblestone generator and ended up with a full double chest of cobblestone. Additionally, I got 7 stacks of iron from the iron farm. Day 22. I collected the cobblestone from the generator and gathered a full inventory of leaves. After that, I did some more deforestation, then I gathered all the materials I thought I needed to build a trident farm. Day 23. I loaded up with supplies and dashed to the beach. From there, I swam out to the middle of the ocean, where I built a tall pillar up to the sky, to stop mobs from spawning on the surface. From the top, I had a clear view of our entire world. I then constructed a small AFK platform to store all my materials. After that, I built a killing chamber and chute for the drowned. Finally, I settled in for the night, high in the sky. Day 24. I constructed a large platform at the top of the killing chute, where the drowned would spawn. However, I ran out of materials, so I had to return to the iron farm to gather the remaining supplies needed to finish the project. Day 25. I returned to the drowned farm, where mobs had already spawned, and they weren't too happy to see me. After taking care of them, I completed the platform and started filling it with water. Day 26. I finally finished filling the platform with water, which took about an hour. As I started building the roof, I glitched and fell off my tower, but luckily I managed to clutch on the side of the farm. After that heart-stopping moment, I resumed building the leaf roof. By nightfall, I could already see drowns starting to spawn. Day 27 to 29. After completing the leaves roof, I conducted 3 5-minute AFK tests in various spots to determine where I could get the best rates for the drowned farm. Surprisingly, it turned out that the original platform provided the best rates. Day 30. Today, I spent my time AFKing, and it turned out to be quite successful. I managed to obtain 3 tridents. Satisfied with the outcome, I boated back to the iron farm under the cover of darkness. Day 31. I collected a substantial amount of dirt, intending to build a crop tower. Finding a suitable spot, I started construction of our 10-layered crop tower. While it might not be the most visually appealing, it's definitely effective. Day 32. I had a close call with a creeper, but I managed to survive and complete the crop tower. Unfortunately, I fell off it and lost all of my levels. Thankfully, this is Bedrock Edition, so respawning wasn't an issue. Afterwards, I planted wheat, potatoes, and carrots in the tower, although I only had enough crops to fill the first 2 layers. Later, I expanded the sugarcane farm and dismantled the old crop farm. From day 33 to 34, I spent some time AFK at the cobblestone generator and iron farm. Pretty thrilling. Day 35. I began by clearing some trees and gathering materials for a villager trading hall. Afterward, we harvested some cows and sheep for food. With our supplies ready, we hopped in a boat and sailed over to the Mushroom Island. Then I started constructing the trading hall, complete with a villager breeder area in the centre, and I also built some small cells. We'll just call them apartments, but I ran out of materials in the process, so I had to make a trip back to the iron farm to gather the rest. Day 36. We captured 2 more villagers and brought them to the trading hall, putting them to work on expanding the population. From day 37 to 45, I kept breeding the villagers and assigned them to various jobs to optimize our resources. Meanwhile, I began digging out a large hole for future projects. During my mining expedition, I stumbled upon a skeleton spawner and decided to repurpose it into a mob grinder for additional resources. Day 45 to 60. During the night, I focused on mining for resources. During the day, I tended to the villagers, breeding them and conducting trades, while also taking care of crop harvesting. This routine continued, alternating between mining at night and managing villager affairs during the day. Day 61 to 63. I simply placed the villagers into their designated cells. Not much to it. On day 64, I got everything I needed to venture into the Nether. I geared up. At the ruined portal, we took all the obsidian and some netherrack. Then we built a netherrack floor and placed our portal on top of it to spruce it up. Entering the nether, we found ourselves in a soul sand valley. We collected quartz and netherrack and fought some skeletons. A ghast also attacked us, but we defeated it easily. After looting a ruined portal for some gold and obsidian, we quickly left the nether. Back at home, as I was organising items in chests, another creeper showed up. Thankfully, our new armour saved us, but it blew up the sheep and cow pen, causing them to escape. Day 65, we placed a project chest under the iron farm and started storing materials in it, while also tidying up our inventory. Next, we collected a large amount of leaves. Afterward, we set out in search of vines and gathered them as well. During our expedition, we encountered and defeated our first Enderman. Day 66 to 67. We collected all the other miscellaneous materials that we only need a few of. On day 68, we gathered all our materials and headed to the pillager outpost. After killing a bunch of pillagers, we rushed up to the top. However, a large group of pillagers suddenly spawned, forcing us to retreat. I then searched for a cow to obtain a milk bucket in case of bad omen. Once prepared, I replaced the pillager spawn block with cobblestone to mark its location. Next, we constructed a perimeter of leaves to prevent raids from spawning on the ground. Finally, we had to take out the iron golem to obtain a flint and steel, which we used to set fire to the outpost. Day 69. After completing the leaves floor, we transported more materials from the iron farm to the outpost. I then started constructing the pillager killer, which would help me obtain the bad omen effect. Suddenly, we were ambushed by a horde of mobs, but we managed to defeat them. All because we're the GOAT. Day 70. We built a pillar up to the AFK platform and installed another trident killer to deal with the raid mobs automatically. From day 71 to day 73, I constructed the raid farm. Day 74. The raid farm is up and running smoothly, so we decided to participate in a few raids to collect some valuable totems and emeralds. Day 75. We retrieved the emeralds from the raid farm and made our way to the villages. There we traded for full diamond armor and tools, ensuring we get the mending enchantment on all our gear. Day 76. We hunted down some mushrooms for leather, which we then used to craft books. With these books, we traded for 2 protection 4 books, significantly enhancing our armor. Now, the only thing left to add is Unbreaking 3 to our armor and tools. Day 77. We gathered up all the necessary materials for a guardian farm. We didn't record it though, because it's not very interesting. Day 78. We made our way to the Ocean Monument, where we began constructing the Guardian Farm. This involved building pillars to block off all the spawning spots of the monument. Day 79. We proceeded with the building of the farm by blocking all the spawn spots, then completed the construction of the farm. Day 80. The Guardian Farm is now complete. While it may not be as impressive as expected, it still provides us with a decent amount of prismarine shards, fish, and XP. Day 81. I decided to AFK at the raid farm to accumulate emeralds, hoping to eventually trade with a villager for the Looting 3 enchantment for our sword. Day 82. After gathering emeralds from the raid farm, we embarked on a journey across the world to collect materials for a creeper farm. Along the way, we engaged in villager trading, obtaining Unbreaking 3 and Efficiency 5 books, which we promptly applied to our tools and armor. Unfortunately, we couldn't afford looting due to its high cost. To put our new tools to the test, we tried out the Efficiency 5 pickaxe on the cobblestone generator. It was speed. Day 83. We headed to the forest to test our new axe, which we used to gather a large quantity of logs for the gunpowder farm. Day 84. With what we've gathered so far, I believed we have all the materials we needed to construct the farm, so I began transporting everything to the ocean where we plan to build it. Day 85 to 87, we kicked off construction for the creeper farm by setting up the AFK area, water chute, and the first 2 spawning layers. Day 88. It looks like we underestimated our wood needs. I thought 10 stacks of logs would be plenty, but it turns out we require over 50 stacks. Looks like we need to gather more wood before continuing with construction. From day 89 to 90, I chopped wood. Lots and lots of wood. Day 91. Returning to the creeper farm with the rest of the logs. We're ready to continue construction. Day 92 to 94. We pressed on with the construction of the creeper farm, and finally, on the night of day 94, we completed it. Day 95. While AFKing at the creeper farm, I've managed to gather around 4 stacks of gunpowder so far. However, the farm has depleted all of our cobblestone and wood resources. Stuff we need. Day 96. We headed over to the skeleton spawner to collect bones, which will turn into bone meal, as we plan to make a tree farm. Day 97 to 99. We started constructing the tree farm. Day 100. The tree farm wasn't functioning properly, so I had to troubleshoot it. After about 15 minutes of testing, I managed to get it working. However, it's not fully automated yet, as we ran out of time. That will have to be a project for the next 100 days. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed these 100 days, as I'm excited for the next. I'll be uploading a couple of episodes of whatever I'm working on in between now and then. After another 100 days, I'll put out all into a video just like this one, and if you have any suggestions or feedback, I'd love to hear them in the comments. Thanks again for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one. Goodbye.